Welcome back. A bit of a change of locations, you can see. I'm still working out where best to put you, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So seeing as I've moved house this week, I thought I would show everyone how I set my music gear up. I actually had it set up already, but I've taken it down just to show you guys again. And please don't judge me for my speaker placement. It's a bit of a mess right now, but hopefully in a future video I'll show you how to properly set them up. So the most important thing, mood lighting. Well, not actually, but I tell you what, it does kind of help give a bit of a creative vibe, and that's quite important. The actual important thing is this bad boy, which is the brains of my whole production operation. It is my laptop which has Ableton on it. Now, a lot of people who have Eurorack systems don't necessarily like to use computers. They prefer to be outside of the box. But really, I use mine as a kind of complementative tool to Ableton, so I can really get into the tactile nature of making sounds while still having all the capabilities of Ableton. So to record my synths into Ableton, I've got this, which is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And 2i2 stands for the two inputs here. We also have two outputs on the back. To send audio to my speakers from the card, I need a 1/4" end and an XLR end, and the XLR goes into my speakers. So now we've got our Focusrite sending our audio from Ableton to our speakers, we can set up our synth. If you watched my last video, you'll have a brief understanding of how this all works. Basically, the Arteria plays the notes, the synth itself turns them into sound, and the Arteria itself actually does connect to Ableton via USB connection. So this itself can be used to play in notes in Ableton, a bit like a MIDI controller, and sequence drum samples. So finally, we need to get this connected to the Focusrite. Use this with cables. Now we use the out on the final module of our chain, and we take that out and convert it to a 1/4" jack so that I can plug it into the front of the Focusrite. The Focusrite actually powers through a USB connection as well. And that's it. That's how I record my synth and MIDI information, drums, whatever, into Ableton, and kind of using this whole setup to create the music that I make. There's lots of great videos on how to record audio into Ableton with an external audio interface, so I'll link one in the bottom. Please let me know if you have any comments about how things are set up. I know when I first started, I didn't know what I needed to actually record this in. It took me a while to work out that I needed an audio interface, so any questions like that, leave them in the comments below. And as always, have a good time. Peace.